All right, today I'm going to show you how to do the Disc Maze assignment. So on the VexVR website, you'll want to choose the playground called Disc Maze, and yours will be this overhead view right here. So your robot starts down here at the bottom. It's going to drive to this green area first, so it's going straight ahead. If we change the camera view, you can see that green area. There's a green circle standing up, and then a green square on the bottom. Today we're going to use the front eye camera. So your robot has a camera. That's what this part is sticking up right here. It's facing forwards and it can detect different colors and objects as well. So we're going to learn how to use it. This is from the robot's point of view. You can see that green circle right there. All right, so we're going to use the front eye camera to detect the green, the blue, the red. So this is a little bit confusing because there's no line set up to show you the path that the robot's supposed to take. But before we get into that, let's go back and look at the assignment here. So you'll want to find the Disc Maze assignment in Canvas. And it says you're going to choose the Disc Maze playground, which I've already done. Create a program that causes your robot to solve the Disc Maze. You must use the front eye camera to detect the color of the, oh, that says square. That should be a circle. Detects the color of the circle. And then it says you must also use the if-then block and the forever loop block. I gave you a hint here. You'll need 3 total if-then blocks, 1 for each color. And hint 2, do not drive your robot any faster than 50% velocity. The reason is that if you drive it too fast, by the time the robot recognizes the color and it's supposed to turn, the alignment gets off and it just won't see the remaining discs the right way because things won't be lined up. It's designed specifically to drive at a 50% or less velocity, so it's very important for this assignment. Okay, so back here at the Disc Maze, it's very confusing because there's no set path. Okay, but basically what's going to happen is your robot's going to drive up here to this green one, and you want it to detect the green. Now, every time it detects green, you want it to turn right 90 degrees. So when it turns right 90 degrees, it's going to drive this way and see the blue circle. Every time it sees blue, you want it to turn left 90 degrees. So it's going to see this blue and turn left 90 degrees and then drive forward. See this blue, turn left. See this blue, turn left. See this blue, turn left. See this green, turn right. See this blue, turn left. See this green, turn right, and then it gets to the red and you want to make it stop when it hits the red. So really all you need is 3 if-then statements here. But as always, you need to make sure that you put your if-then, I'm going to move this just a little bit if it will let me. It's being really weird right now. There we go. So you'll want to make your robot start driving. Okay? Then you're going to use a forever loop, and you want to make sure that your if-then statements are all inside of the forever loop. The reason they have to go in the forever loop is because that makes the robot keep going back to the beginning and checking to see if it detects these colors. If you don't put them in the forever loop, when it gets to if it sees green, do this, it'll say, well, I don't see green right now, and it'll move on. If I see blue, do this. Well, I don't see blue right now. If I see red, I don't see red right now, and then it'll be done. It'll just keep on driving forward forever. And that's obviously not what we want. So you have to make sure that you put those if-then commands inside the forever loop so it keeps going back and checking. Do I see green? Do I see blue? Do I see red? Do I see? And it keeps checking over and over until it finally finds one and then does what it's supposed to do. So again, what you want your robot to do when it sees the green, it's going to turn right. And then you want it to just drive forward. Don't use a distance. Just use this block right here. Drive forward. Then when it gets to blue, it's going to see blue and it's going to turn left. And then drive forward until it sees this blue. Now you don't need separate if-then blocks. You don't need an if-then block for this blue and an if-then block for this blue and one for this blue. You don't need that. Whenever the robot sees green, it's going to turn right and then drive forward. Whenever it sees blue, it's going to turn left and drive forward. And whenever it sees red, you want it to stop. And it doesn't even matter what order you put them in. Even though it's going to come to green first, if you put red first or blue first, as long as you put them inside the forever loop, the order of the colors doesn't matter. It will find the color and then do what it's supposed to do. So I'm not going to show you my entire code because I don't want to give away the answer, but this is what it should look like. You see the robot, it detects the green, turns, detects the blue, turns, blue turns left, blue turns left, blue turns left, green it's going to turn right, blue it's going to turn left, green it's going to turn right, it's going to see red and stop. That's all you got to do. You can use the robot pen if you want in order to trace the path if that makes it easier for you. In fact, I'll do that real quick just so you kind of get a better idea as to how it's going to look. So if we do, now it's being weird again, does not want to, man, that is really frustrating. Does not, there we go. Okay, so this time I'm just going to move my pen down, and I want to set my pen width to thin, and then I'm going to set my pen color. Well, it's already going to be black, so I don't need to worry about that part. All right, so I've already reset it, so now with the pen down, it's going to show you exactly what the path is that it follows. So again, you just need 3 if-then blocks, 1 for green, 1 for blue, 1 for red, and then it stops on its own. All right, show me whenever you finish.